Hello, my friends. Let's take a nice breath in and a big sigh. Let the breathing come back to normal. Eyes opening. Hello, I'm Drake, and this is Touching the Edge. I'm so happy to see you again. I'll be starting a series of videos. I'll be starting a 40-day series in February, which I'll let you know more about as we get closer. And I'll be starting to put up, one or two videos a week up until then. Today, I just want to touch base on a story that I told just yesterday. As many of you know, as a meditation instructor, you'll tell many of the same stories. And I told one of my favorite stories yesterday. And this morning I happened to get up and check out YouTube. And there was a compilation with Philip Seymour Hoffman, the great actor who passed away about 7 years ago. And he was telling the very same story that I had just told the night before. It's kind of an obscure story, so I'd like to share it with you. So the story, as I tell it, it's slightly different than what he did. But as I tell the story, there was a man who lived in a village right near the ocean. And it was a very impoverished village. And one day he was walking along the ocean and he came across a horse, a beautiful Arabian stallion, just incredibly beautiful, powerful, majestic, graceful. It's an honest man, so he did everything he could to try to find the owner, but no owner came forth. And so he ended up keeping this horse, and the people of his village were envious of him. So they came to him and they said, "Why are you so lucky? Why didn't this happen to us? And you are so lucky." And the gentleman says, "Well, it remains to be seen. I don't really know what this means." So after that, later on, his son is riding this horse, and his son ends up having a really horrific accident and shatters his leg. The same villagers come to him again and say, "Oh my God, this horse was the worst thing that could have happened to you. You are so unlucky." And the gentleman says again, it remains to be seen. I don't understand what the fullness of this could mean. Again, they go away. And shortly thereafter, a few days, weeks later, a war breaks out. And all the young men of the village are conscripted to join the army. And most of those young men are killed. Again, the people come back to him. "You are so lucky that you found that horse." The man says, "I am very happy that my son was saved, but it still remains to be seen what this fully means." And so I bring this up, of course, in relationship to all the stuff that's going on in the world, all the stuff that's going on here in America, in our country, the elements that occurred with the attack on our capital, and just the heightened state of elements. Recently I've had a number of people who were very in tune with the election. Now, we were all in tune with it, but they got so up when things went the way they wanted, and then so down when things didn't go the way they wanted, so up and so down. I just want to encourage you to realize that we can't get too up or too down. I want to encourage you to remember that we don't understand the full implications of all that is happening, and not to project ourselves, not to try to predict the future, but more stay present and really meet each challenge from our deepest value systems. Values like kindness, compassion, joy, and positive indifference. Positive indifference meaning that no matter what happens, good things are going to come of all of this. We can love where we are. Good things are going to come out of this. And we can become who we need to be. More inclusive, more democratic, and more in tune with our deepest values. So I appreciate you, and I thank you. I know that you're getting tired, because we're all getting tired. But hang in there. We can draw strength from each other. So thank you for your time. Be aware, I'll be putting out a video next week and starting to put out blog posts again next week. And then in February, I'll be starting another 40-day series. Thank you. Here we go. I bring my hands into prayer position, and I bow to you. And I may not know the implications of what things mean or what all of this will be, but I do know that kindness, compassion, joy, and positive indifference will lead us. Namaste. Thank you, my friends. Thank you for your time.